Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the final call.
It's a Roll Call Podcast.
Roll Call's official podcast.
Beautiful.
Did we ever have an unofficial podcast?
I mean, we could make.
There's a couple fakers out there
Oh,
stealing
man.
our good
The
name.
fan casts?
Yeah, get them out of here.
Before we get
man.
started, let's. Who's on the? Please call yourselves off.
Hi, my name's Cole Kistler. I do things.
Hi,
His real name's Eddie.
Not
Oh.
real. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
and Eddie's here too.
For fans
Eddie's
of the show,
also here.
Cole plays
Hi.
Eddie.
I'm Eddie.
If you hear crinkling, that's because we have snacks this time.
We do have snacks.
Yes.
All right,
Featuring
sorry
snacks.
about that.
Snacks are
Move
here.
on. Who are you?
I'm Xavier, and I'm the co-host of Roll Call. Among other things, I also eat food on set.
As we all do. It's me, Sid,
Woo!
from last time. You guys remember me. You guys know me.
I was wondering what
And last but not least,
Eddie.
I would say hostess with the mostest, but I'm not host. I'm just the producer. And the only word that I know rhymes with producer is seducer.
You have a t-shirt.
But,
That doesn't
What's
work.
first
so.
name?
based on, my name's Kyle. I should probably start with that. Hi, I'm
you
Kyle
should.
Eads. For
Alright.
any business-related inquiries, email me at kyleeads28@gmail.com.
But actually, don't.
Are we doing last names? I'm Xavier Jones, in case anyone was wondering out there. Look me
I like
up.
to keep my last name pronunciation.
It's ambiguous. It's
Because people get confused.
no, you just go by one name. That's Sydney. You're like Zendaya.
Yeah.
We also have Jackson here on audio. He can chip in every once in a while. Say hi.
can.
No, I can't. The chips are closed.
Yeah.
Say hi.
Oh my God.
verbally.
Snack joke.
I'm not allowed to talk.
Well,
There you
you
go.
are.
They totally picked that up.
If you
by the way.
heard that faint little voice in the back, that's Jackson being a doll. Eating a
Sweet,
I'm not
sweet
here.
boy.
So,
Oh,
All
sorry,
right.
again.
So
we just finished episode 2, and I'll say it was a success.
I think it was pretty good.
Very
I
good.
liked it.
Oh, did a lot.
I'd like to say Sony is the best guest interviewer we have ever had. on
Best
our show.
human I've ever met. Love that
He was
guy.
a very funny man.
He was extremely hilarious.
He did way better than I thought he
You know,
would.
he put Jordan on blast.
Yes, he did.
Several times
Dude,
throughout
oh
that
my
thing.
god.
He just
For
picked
once,
it
it's
up.
not me.
He just followed my lead. I had like no idea.
Oh my god.
I think he kind of picked up on it during the run through. Mm-hmm. When you did like Cupid thing, I'm like, it's the face thing, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay.
He was like, "Oh, he's the punching bag."
I think the thing that really tipped it over too was when we did your poems thing. Was
Yeah.
like,
He got more into it
Yeah,
Yeah.
during the run through. He got more into it
I
once
think-
I.
yeah,
did
and that's why we
Eddie.
do those run throughs, man. So that everyone knows their role. Get it? Because we're roll call.
Yeah, got it.
Wow.
I think he really enjoyed himself. I was
Yeah.
I was a little bit worried at the beginning because at first it was very serious. In the run through, the interview
Yeah,
was
yeah.
very serious, and I was like, ooh.
He was very nervous.
I think he was
Yeah.
really nervous too, but
Yeah.
he got over it pretty quick, and I think he gave a pretty good interview. The Mad Libs I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah, yeah.
The poets at the end, they kept cutting back to his face to show the reactions, and he was like,
I couldn't
what
hold it
the
in.
hell is going on?
He was so confused, and I felt bad because like we ran out of time after like the worst poem, and he
Oh,
couldn't
yeah.
say anything about it.
It was the best one.
Sorry, the greatest poem.
He was about to say my poem was the best. I remember he said something. But
talk
No,
about
he
that
said
after
something
the
about
show.
Diane.
No, he mentioned Diane, and then Jordan said, "Oh, is that the best?" He's like, "No. I'm pretty sure yours is the best, Cole."
oh.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Oh.
And all of us took
But I think mine was the best hit in the studio, so.
Schizosaurus.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, I do.
You can cut that bit about the
Sure
schizo.
thing.
Speaking of the poems, all those were written like 30 minutes before the show.
Yeah.
We had
No,
ones, filler ones in
technic-
before.
Technically Diane stayed, and so did Twizzlers.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Well,
just yours.
This was completely rewritten.
It was just
though.
yours.
Yeah, Twizzlers I rewrote. I kept the last line, but I made it. I didn't think it was like more disgustingly sexual enough for Eddie because I mean the idea was okay, Cole, you're coming on to like do poetry.
Well,
of course I was gonna bring back Eddie from poetry night,
Right.
and that was fun.
Second time that was a different aspect of your character. But we talk about that later. Just
What?
go on.
Okay.
Go on.
Keep going, boy.
Yeah, I mean
Dying.
I liked my poem. I thought it was pretty disgusting.
It was a great poem about eating Twizzlers.
My favorite line was "Wormy Wiggler."
Wormy Wiggler.
That was a good one.
Diane was written by yours truly. I wrote
Good
it at
job,
a dark
buddy.
time in my life last Sunday.
Oh.
Oh God.
I was just bored, and I'm like, what's a funny name? Diane seemed funny.
That's offensive to all Diane's.
Yeah, all Diane's. You have a
I mean,
funny name.
I didn't say it was a bad name. Like,
You should
Jackson
find
or
it
something dumb
hilarious.
like that.
Let's talk about father. You see, okay.
That was the best poem.
So before the show aired, we had a different poem, and it was basically
It was one giant. We just wanted to make a. Because we kept. So based on our intro, it's based on sitcom intros. And so I kept singing during the writers' meeting. I kept singing the theme song to Full House. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, oh, let's just make it a Full House reference. And then we're like, nah, because then I confused it with the Family Matters. And then Jake's like, that's the poem now. It's just a Family Matters reference, which is funny then. It's not funny now.
At all.
That's why we cut it.
And then you added the bathroom, and I thought we were still using that one. I just like walked in because I was a little bit late, and he was just like,
My apologies.
on the
for dying.
computer. He's like, "Hey, dude, come on over here. How do you like my poem so far?" And he just said, "Bath, bath, rub a dub dub, bath." Ooh, ooh.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
you
I
want a
don't-
cookie? He wants a cookie. And I was just like,
Jackson
"Wha-
wants a cookie.
Oh yeah, that's what
Here you go,
was going
boy.
on. I thought I was doing something
You're allowed
wrong.
to talk.
Yeah,
We can
just
have
reach
5 people
over.
on the podcast.
I was sending Xavier hand signals to give me cookies. So
I thought-
so I didn't talk on air.
I looked
Like-
over. I thought Jackson was trying
You're
to
the
be a
audio
baseball-
guy, so I thought you were being like, "Hey, go to the mic, go to the mic."
Yeah.
I thought he was trying to be a
come on,
baseball
Sorry.
coach.
This is a
just
professional podcast. You can't burp like that.
Boy, we're talking about
coughing
baths.
the entire
We're talking
time.
about baths
But
and
that
knobbing on
is
Twizzlers.
related to the episode. And
Yeah.
I gotta say that poem was real good.
It was a really
yeah,
good
it was
poem.
pretty funny. I mean, before, we were trying to figure something out, and we just could not finagle that last poem to do anything. So I was like, okay, let's write minimalist poetry. So I write bath like 3 times, and Sid just went crazy with
That's
it.
right.
It was
You gave me
hilarious.
the keys, and I just.
I mean,
drove.
sometimes it
You
just starts
sure
with
did.
one thing. You don't know why.
3 words: bath, bath, and bath.
It all
I
started.
have
with
3
three
better
baths.
words: Bed Bath & Beyond.
That's
Our
four.
first sponsor of
That's
the
4
show.
Oh yeah, that's a joke.
Sponsored by Bed Bath & Beyond.
I wish.
Now we cut to commercial, and we're back.
Welcome back.
Oh God.
See, I thought everything this week was really funny. I want to talk about some of the bits or the sketches that we did.
Let's talk about Flannel Gang first.
Okay, Flannel Gang. So
Most coveted sketch of the whole show.
Love that a freaking sketch, dude.
yeah, Flannel Gang was hilarious. So the way the place Flannel Gang came from was one day, me, Sid, and
Jackson wasn't wearing a flannel.
Oh, Jackson wasn't?
No, he just
Okay.
said, I have that same flannel as you, Cole.
Okay, yeah. Me and Sid and Jackson were all in the same college writing class, so we all come in one day, and Sid and I are both wearing flannels. So we're like, "What the hell, Jackson? You didn't wear a flannel? Come on, man! You're gonna get kicked out of the Flannel Gang." So
Yep.
we thought it was hilarious. So I was like, I gotta do something with this concept, and I have no idea where the rest of it came from. But
It happened.
yeah, the pose was my favorite part of it.
I loved it at the writers' meeting. You pitched that, and it's like I had no idea where it was going, but Greg
I knew
just
exactly
took
where it
it and ran with it. He's
Greg
like,
was
this
so-
makes no sense, but I love it.
Greg did a great job as Greater Flannel.
Oh yeah. he
Oh
was-
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Flannel
okay.
Gang.
That fruit and
Flannel
vegetable. That fruit and vegetable line. I was like, how is he gonna do that? I don't understand.
Oh yeah.
And then
that-
like the third take, he just went boom, threw it right out, and I was like,
that was a really long-
Flannel Greg
that is inspiring.
peak
Yeah, that was
Greg.
amazing.
there's our greater flannel right there.
Yeah, and again, you wouldn't know this watching it, but in the script, I had the characters listed as Greater Flannel, Lesser Flannel, and Jeff.
I was Jeff. You sent me the message saying that I was gonna be in it, and I was like, please don't tell me I'm Jeff. I want to be anyone but Jeff. And you're like, you'll be playing Jeff. I was like,
I wanted
sweet,
to be
man.
Jeff,
Well, you
but
see,
we needed a victim.
Here's the lore.
Yeah, that's worse than Jeff.
we need
What's the
some lore here. So I think the lore is Jeff is like the newest member. He's got to prove himself. He's got to prove himself.
That's why I was just like, that's
hell?
right, guys. I agree. You're right. I'm just like the
Your
ass of the
facial
group.
expressions were hilarious, though.
That's Jeff, man. That was
Excellent.
all Jeff, not me.
Behind the scenes of our behind the scenes podcast, a printer just went off in the room next to us, and no one knows why.
I thought it was a ghost.
I mean,
Might be a
yeah,
ghost.
Is that
printer goes.
foreshadowing? We're just gonna leave it at that.
No, we might be doing a ghost-related sketch.
No,
It's
we're
not.
gonna-
No, it's
Leave
not
it at
foreshadowing. We're gonna cut that bit.
Edit it out.
Editor, in the future, cut that bit.
And
Jackson.
welcome back to. We got interrupted by. A
Ladies and
printer.
gentlemen, welcome to the Roll Call Podcast.
I do want to say though about Flannel Gang, the pose. The reason I had the really out of place like Ginyu Force pose
Shout
It's
out to
because
Dragon.
I've been playing Dragon Ball Fighters nonstop since it came
Same
out.
here.
My roommate's obsessed with it.
I know,
Shout out to my roommate
Shay.
Shay.
So good.
Shout out to Shay.
And
Sweet boy.
I've been and my main is Captain Ginyu. So I was like,
Oh my
the
God.
pose-
Oh, dude, same, man.
yeah, the poses are just getting to me. I'm like,
See,
ooh,
I love
and you know Alonzo, right?
yeah.
He plays all the time.
He
I was watching-
bodied me the other day.
Dude, that man.
Like in real life?
I mean, he could. Alonzo could totally beat your butt.
Absolutely. We went to high school together.
Did he really? Oh yeah, I knew that. Alonso's just sitting there, just sitting back, like basically doing a come to me, and it's just pissing off Shay, because he's like, I can't move, like, because if it comes near me, I'm gonna get bodied. But if I stay here, just nothing's gonna happen. And he just kept doing it. He just kept bodying people. But yeah,
That's how you do it.
man, I love that Dragon Ball bit. What else did we do? We did
I want to talk about Man
epic-
Reborn.
a man.
I don't I don't recall that one.
What?
It had a baby in it, and it was funny.
That was so
So-
funny.
Next on
This
the-
is Xavier's
I liked Man
sketch,
Reborn.
and he's not
Xavier's
super
pride and
proud of
joy.
it.
His magnum opus, if you will.
no.
I mean, it was good. Like honestly, it was. I liked it. It just needed a little bit more polish. And
It did. I wanted it. It was like an idea I had. I wanted it to be like the video would be in the middle, and we would be able to play off of it. And then Jackson said it was going to be hard to do, and I was like, yeah, I agree. So I was ready to try to like move it around and stuff and like make it better. And then like when it came to, I completely blanked, and I like wasn't able to like take charge. And I was just like, all right, we're just gonna talk about stuff, and then you're gonna say a man reborn a couple times. And then I'm so blessed that Sid came in and just like added his own like flair to the actual movie
you just
and
ran
made it
with that.
hilarious. And also shout out to the person who added the music. I was looking.
Oh,
for,
that
like,
was I
music-
think it was Greg. Yeah.
Greg. I love you.
Greg is
Greg.
God in all aspects.
Shout out. To,
Love that
Shout
guy.
out to
We
former
need him in more bits.
Greater, dude.
Former
Greg is the MVP
producer.
of this episode.
Honestly, he
former
was.
producer, former senior producer Gerg.
Gerd Kasdok.
Yeah, man. The Gerg era of roll call was great. It was. I'd say Greg.
Well, we're in a new era that's even better.
Exactly.
This
I
is
would
the,
dare to say.
This is the Guido and Eads era, or as most people say, the Eads and Guido era. But
And Guido's really his last name. That's not us saying.
Which one's which? Who
Bad
will
thing.
ever
Jackson
know?
is talking with his movements right now.
which
Like,
one's
he's
which?
adding
Find
so
out in
much.
the next episode of the Roll Call podcast. And then we had. I mean, that was indie film. Did we have another one?
We had the cold open.
Gosh, yeah. The
Oh, I wrote the cold open. That was a bit I had in my head the entire winter break, and I'm like, because I wanted to try to blend some of the new with the old, so I wanted to get just good old fashioned just roast, because it allows people to just like,
Look, there's plenty of that on the show already.
I mean, yeah, but it's just everyone could pitch a joke that they want to say. I think the only joke I had there in the original script was Greg's concentrate joke.
Yep.
Megan came up with hers.
Who came up with my line? Because it was actually terrible.
Which one? The Playboy for the
one.
articles?
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Because I was like,
I like that
I don't
one.
want to do this. You don't even need me in this. I have one line. And you're like, just do it. And
I
was
liked
like,
it.
"Alright, whatever.
It unfortunately a bit of it did get cut off, which I don't know why. There was another bit where literally just one guy just walks in, and is like, "Oh, these guys are producing," and just walks out. Doesn't
Yeah,
even.
that's
Doesn't
really
just like,
funny.
"Oh, it's them." Yeah, whatever.
I appreciate you writing in the bleep for me.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, dude. I
This
mean,
is-
as soon as I saw Poetry Night, shout out to
It's
Poetry
you are.
Night.
That's who I am now.
The guy who.
Every episode
I just
wanna
like to
have-
point out, I can totally read your lips with what you actually say during the bleep. And for those of you who are really interested, watch his lips and read his lips. It's even funnier.
It was terrible.
The,
what was it?
very first thing, it's there's some elderly family humor. I like to say there's some fornication of
Oh,
fornication of the
that
grandma.
car that just
Oh,
drove by.
Family members.
Gotcha.
Facebook.
The dots connected, and I don't like it at
There
all.
we go. What? Anyway. Yeah.
Originally, also the line "little brothers," I said "creepy uncles."
Creepy uncles.
Yeah, when I pitched it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this
who
is creepy
changed that?
uncles. I like creepy uncles.
It's
Well,
way
the thing
much
with creepy uncles is there's neither of us look like we're in old enough to be an uncle.
That boy over there.
Jackson's.
I don't know.
old
Jackson
man.
kind of
Actually-
looks like a little boy.
Jackson looks like he has years on his life.
If Jackson,
Jackson looks.
He just looks.
Jackson
sorry.
looks like he's seen some shit.
I don't know.
Calm
If
down.
I think if Jackson were like a little bit shorter, he'd look like a little boy.
I don't agree.
look
Why
like
are
an
we
angry-
making this
No,
creepy?
Jackson looks like a
Angry
man. He looks like a.
A man reborn?
And we're done.
He's a grown man.
And Xavier has just walked off set. There he goes. Bye, Xavier.
Yeah, bye, Xavier. Xavier's gonna stay here though.
Xavier.
Because my name is Xavier.
I do that
with a
all
Z.
the time,
I
I'm
know
sorry.
you do. And I usually don't correct you, but
I'm
I've just
sorry.
had
You
an
have
entire
an
rock
interesting
star.
name, Xavier.
Who decided that?
Yeah, Xavier. If you, Xavier.
Whose
just-
idea was that?
I'm just gonna start calling you Jones, cause like I am just gonna keep.
Call me
confusing.
Z. Call me Z Money. Anything with a Z.
I think we all have some weird names at this
Exactly.
table, except
That's
for
true.
Kyle.
Except for Kyle.
Yeah.
Except for Kyle.
What's wrong with you?
See, my name's Cole.
I don't
which
like
isn't
my
too
name.
often, which isn't like too common. Xavier's not common at all.
That's a rare right there.
Sydney
Sydney is
It's
not
more
very
of a girl.
common.
It's a girl's name. The way you spell it's the man's version, but like it's still very uncommon.
Reborn.
Look.
Man reborn.
Jackson.
Kid Jackson. Come on.
That's a last name. Come on now, guys. Can't do that.
Freak. Get him.
Loser.
He doesn't
Just
even go by Jack. He goes by Jackson.
Yeah.
man.
You don't get that
That's
too much.
That's an extra syllable that
See,
I
that's
do not feel
that's
like
an unnecessary syllable. But Kyle, I don't even know why I'm named Kyle. There's no like reason for it. I think my parents just like the name. But I've like growing up, I've never been called Kyle. Wasn't until really I came here where I hear my name a lot. I heard
what
a
did
lot
you
of my
go by?
last name.
Eads?
Eads.
People call you Eads?
Yeah, well, I played sports growing up.
Oh.
So
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
this is
So there's
this
other
is
Kyles.
this
on
is.
the-
I didn't know we had an athlete
little,
in the
little
room.
orange.
Wow.
Hell no. Please, I
Well,
stopped. I stopped in high school, and when I stopped in
Oh.
high school, I was 120. Since that,
call me?
What they used to call you.
Drowning boy.
no, but since
Alright.
since my junior high school, I've gained 65 pounds and no longer have any athleticness.
And
we're
back!
And we're back!
Oh, the printer came by yet again.
Whoa, crazy
Well, that
guys.
commercial break was just weird, man. It was a weird commercial break.
So, a topic that we didn't get to last episode was our intros, which I find very funny.
Our intros
Now-
are great.
We'll probably not go through everyone's, just the people here, and then whenever we get the rotation in, they can talk about their own intro. But who wants to start?
Okay. I think mine is a little bit different. So, the idea originally was because I got bleeped out in Poetry Night, because I got bleeped out in the cold open for this episode, I think that's starting to become a thing. So, my idea originally was I was gonna reach down, and instead of pulling up the Febreze bottle like I do in this one, I was going to stick my middle finger up to the camera and then bleep it out.
Do you think
But-
people would have got that?
I mean, I think they would have gotten that. I think it would be kind of funny, but I guess that wasn't allowed for whatever reason. So instead, I drink Febreze,
Which is also bad.
which is also bad, but that's
Apparently,
allowed.
we would rather you drink dangerous chemicals rather than flipping off the camera.
Yeah, honestly. What about yours? I don't think I wasn't there for yours.
We just want minty fresh breath.
Exactly, even though it's not mint.
Yeah, some freshly washed clothes.
Oh yeah, we have the star right here. He's holding it, the bottle of Febreze.
Yeah, I've had this. Every
Shout out to
podcast.
Prop Humor
Cole.
on audio podcast.
Cole actually carries it around though. Like,
I actually do.
very
He
often.
sprays
It's
it.
kind of scary.
It's always
he
by
he,
him.
he likes to
Stop
That's
it.
the
pistol
sound.
it like a cowboy, twirls
Yeah.
around in his fingers.
Yeah, and I'll be like, where?
Yeah,
where
it's-
are you-
it's an
what are
odd-
you
it's an odd
fellas
moment.
doing around here? And then I spray.
That is your character.
Xavier, what about your intro?
Oh gosh, mine was like we did it after a shoot, I think. And stop that
Don't
boy.
crinkle.
What are you doing
Yeah.
now?
It's terrible.
An ASMR journey.
And I was really tired, so I was just like, let's just think of something. And Jackson's like, hey, why don't you pretend to like be breaking into that door? And I'm like, oh, that'd be good. Except I didn't really have anything to like make me seem like I was breaking into
So
it.
you're just kind of.
So I just kind of rubbed my hands on the door.
You're like Fallout pick locking it.
Yeah, so it was just like my hands. You can't see my hands.
What
What am I
we
doing?
should have done.
My hands started like running around, and I was like, I'm moving in front of the door lock. Hey guys.
In canon, however,
In canon,
in the roll call canon,
I was just kind of moving my arms around.
We have like a wiki page with all the lore
You see what-
for
Yeah,
every
we need
episode.
one.
That'd be amazing.
no, you think all of TV2 is like
there should be lore.
Yeah, it's
one
especially
giant
for what we
universe.
have planned
it's
ahead.
like the TV2 cinematic
Ah.
universe.
Yeah.
Please.
So wait, would that mean am I a different character on All Systems Go
Oh,
Correct.
dude.
than I am
You're
in here?
your host.
That's Cole Kistler. On roll call, you're just Cole.
You're right. I guess so.
Yeah.
On All Systems Go, I'm the guy that gets way too heated about movies, and then people have to calm me down.
Oh my god, dude! There are so many times last semester when I was on
Apparently, this is the All Systems Go podcast now.
Roll Call Systems Go podcast.
We'll call. Sorry.
All systems called.
I mean, you know what? I will say this. So I think every TV2 show, or at least the entertainment shows, we're trying to start up a podcast.
Yeah.
All Systems Go didn't work out too well.
I feel like
I
that's
don't
the one that needs one.
Yeah, I tried.
They,
I
they
was
have
on
the Twitch thing.
I was on the first. I was on the first one that they tried to do, and it didn't work out. So this is like the only one that got off the ground so far. I'm pretty sure.
Well, there we go.
The blurb could
We're
do one.
good.
I think the blurbs
We're
would be
good at
really,
this.
really cool.
We're professionals.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to all the other TV shows, all the other producers, all the other
Shout
cast
out,
members.
guys.
I know they're working hard. The Agenda just did their first full pre-tape. It was amazing.
but know that we're still the best. So
Uh,
keep coming to view us.
I'd like to
Fridays
say
at
that.
9 every week.
like, I know everybody worked
Shout
hard
out.
here. And speaking of working hard, some things are very stressful, which is the inspiration of my intro. That's called a segue, ladies and gentlemen.
Great work.
Segue.
He's good. He's good.
Yeah, so my inspiration was I know this first newsflash, first time producer here. And a lot of the producers say it's really stressful that first season. And so I expected it to just become a running joke. I'm just going to be pounding my head in the wall. And so I'm like, that's what I'm going to do for my intro. It's just me pounding my head in the wall. But just like every cheesy sitcom, it always has to end in a smile. And unfortunately, my smile and like turn to the camera makes it look like I'm humping that pole.
Yes.
Actually, everyone that has seen it, like, they are a big fan of the little curtsy that you do.
Oh, yeah.
I think that zoom is like great.
Oh, that hot
in
zoom?
yours. That hot zoom in yours is just
Yeah,
fantastic.
Because that's like prime. That's exactly how I want it to look. Because it looks exactly like something you'd see in a sitcom. It's just so stupid.
I want to know how you got the idea for yours, Sid, because that's
Well,
like
you
a
see-
weird one.
Okay, so here's how it began. My intro was gonna be just me brushing my teeth with like regular toothpaste and turning around. But then Jackson and I went to the convenience store real quick to just get some snacks before the show, and we saw this bottle of Ready Whip, and I was like, we're getting this, and
wasn't
I'm
I there?
using it for everything. Cole, were you there?
Yeah, I was
Oh
there.
yeah, you were there.
It's in the
And Cole was there.
And Cole was there.
I was
So,
there too.
In hindsight, I should have like put on a beard made of whipped cream and like turn around with that, but
I think it was fine.
I think
it was fine.
fine, except for the fact that they cut it at the worst part because
It
right after
falls-
they cut it,
yeah.
it falls onto my shirt and just goes everywhere.
Well,
It's
Just length.
and it makes this really great splat on the ground. It's like amazing
Yeah,
sound
you
design.
posted that
Like,
in the,
I love it.
group chat.
We still have that, all that, right? Because like
Yeah, we saw that footage.
that audio is going to be used in something else. That little splat. I
Yeah,
guarantee
that's gonna
it.
be our Wilhelm scream.
A roll call splat.
Well, I already said what the inspiration for mine was. I mean, the inspiration for mine was I mean, first everybody writes me in to swear a lot and they bleep it out, but I swear I talk like that in real life.
Yeah.
I swear constantly. So
Cole's a very vulgar man.
I am a very vulgar and disgusting man.
Every fiber of my being is trying not to like just do that stupid joke where I just go on a tirade of like just ton of vulgar words.
Yeah.
Because it's just
Trying
gonna
to
be a
stop
pain
yourself.
to edit.
Who's editing this?
Jackson, what about your intro? How'd that go? Well, it was very basic, but like, why?
My name's Jackson.
What?
Jackson, you're allowed to
Jackson,
talk.
your voice got really low there for a second.
You're allowed to talk, Jackson. Just talk.
I feel pressured. I'm giving bad audio. All right, I will talk once about my intro.
All right, Jackson, what about your intro?
All right, so with my intro, I really wanted to express my very real love affair for Jaden and Jordan. That I just have an infatuation with both.
they are.
They're
great boys.
I can't decide what team I'm on, but really with both, I I'd
I mean,
like
no
to say it's
matter
not
what
an
you win.
infatuation, but that's really the only word to describe it.
It's not infatuation.
The worst word.
But I love them and want them in my life always, no matter
I want
what.
them in a lot of things, and I just
Wow.
I'm really
Jesus.
I really wanted to convey my love and
Well-
how I look up to the giants. of
During-
this
I think we
version.
can segue into something then. This is what I gotta ask.
I mean, I had something to say.
Well, go ahead,
What?
man.
Say
Just
it.
say it,
Sorry.
buddy.
So during practice week, that was Jordan's first time seeing the intro, and when he saw your part, he turns around and looks at me because I'm standing right there, and he's like, "Why am I in this? Like, why did he bring me up on the screen? And why is Jaden here?"
So fucking dumb.
And I was like, "Well, might have been my idea, but
Because he hates that
Well, this
picture.
is
too.
what I want to
Yeah.
say. That's what I want to say.
It's a great picture of him, but he hates it because of the context of it.
This is going to be controversial.
Oh boy.
So here's the question:
Mm-hmm.
Team Jordan or Team Jaden?
it's
I
so hard to
love Jordan, but I think I'm contractually obligated to say Jaden.
That's right. Jaden is in charge of all of us.
That's true.
But Jordan is a charming individual.
But at the
Jordan-
same time,
But
I
they're
think
both charming.
Jaden is Team Jordan.
That's the
Jaden's
thing.
Team
That's
Jordan?
the thing.
Yes.
Do you think Jordan's Team Jordan?
Jordan, he's too modest of a guy. He's definitely Team Jaden.
No, he's definitely Team Jaden. Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan is too modest. He's just
Jordan's
a dapper young
okay,
man.
but no matter what, Jordan or Jaden, we're all
Pick one.
Team
Pick
Greg.
one.
We're
No,
all Team Greg.
We're not riding
We're all
fences
Team
here.
Greg.
We're forgetting
No, we're
the
not
most
Team Greg.
important J out of them all, and it's Team Jackson.
Okay, now it's
You know
let's
what?
get
No,
realistic.
No.
Jackson.
Actually,
Jackson is
to
the
be
third
honest,
party
though,
vote.
I think
Third party.
I was talking
Yeah.
to Jordan earlier, and I think Jordan's Team Jackson. Honestly, between the three of us.
I was about to say, but like between me and Jackson, come on now.
no,
A
between
vote
the
for
three
Team
of them.
Jackson is a
Oh,
vote
yeah.
wasted,
All the
guys.
J's.
It's not gonna affect
And then
anything.
there's we had a lot of
I'm
we
sorry.
have a lot of J's.
It's just
J's
it's
a common letter
It is.
because you also have
Don't give me that look. I'm just saying that it's a
have
waste.
Josh.
Yeah, we have Josh, we have Jackson, we have Jaden, we have Jackson, we have
We do have a
Jordan, we
Josh.
have J.
We have a
Have
Jones.
we actually seen any
We
of
have a
Josh? Because,
Javier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We have a
and
Jid.
he's in the intro.
yeah,
and
but,
he's
like,
in-
he got cut off the cold open.
Yeah, he got cut off the cut open, unfortunately. He'll be in other stuff, and he's in something that might be released.
Coming soon.
Might leave the roll call files.
Is Greg on this season or no?
Greg was just in the cold open.
No, not Greg. Sorry, Steve. Steve Greer.
Oh,
So the thing with Steve is
He's here.
Steve tries, but because he's on another show, All Systems Go Wednesdays at 9,
He's my producer.
hosted by Cole Kistler.
Hosted by the fabulous Cole Kistler.
Let's all just take a second to appreciate his talent.
Thank you.
But definitely roll call is better. So
Very fair. Fair statement. Fair statement.
Square up.
Yeah.
for those wondering what that sound was, Cole was wiping his hands on his turtleneck shirt.
I'm still wearing the Eddie shirt.
That's correct.
You know, I'm really
turtleneck.
glad I got to bring Eddie back. I love Eddie.
Speaking of Eddie, that reminds me. There are two people who have helped out with bits who I can never remember their names. The one guy, Callahan, he did the hot zoom we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
And then, what's his name? Christian, who's in Poetry Night, has no lines and is just
No,
there.
that's Lorenzo.
That's Lorenzo.
Lorenzo?
Yeah.
Then who's Christian?
Christian is the
He
other
ran
guy
audio.
that helps on audio sometimes. Yeah.
He ran audio.
Shout out to those guys.
Cool dudes.
Like, duh.
Just all around.
Listen, man.
Lorenzo is.
Let's get a little bit more Lorenzo.
So here, Lorenzo is a guy that lives on Jackson and my floor. We both live on the same floor in a dorm.
Is that
And,
Lake Hall? Connected
yeah,
to
Lake Hall.
Olson Hall.
Yeah, and Lorenzo is my next door neighbor, and Lorenzo is just pretty much down for whatever. He's pretty chill. If you say, "Hey man, you want to do this?" Yeah, sure. He's not really a member of Roll Call per se, but we needed somebody
He's
extra.
on
for
tech, isn't he?
No,
No.
we just needed somebody extra for Poetry Night, and Jackson's like, "Hey, Lorenzo, you want to do this?" He's like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" So
He doesn't talk like that though.
I'm about to say that's
There are, last season we did a lot of those too, where it's like somebody would help out. It was just a friend of the show. I know a lot for Rob's bits. You got like 3 people that are just were never in anything else but a Rob bit, which were fun.
a Rob a bit.
a Rob bit.
Robert.
Speaking of
Weems.
Lorenzo though, I remember we were filming the Music Man bit, And
Oh, man.
he could hear me playing the piano and screaming.
Oh, my favorite was
God.
So Music Man, if you didn't know, which that was
Episode one.
episode 1, and I hate that one.
Yeah,
but
me
everybody
too.
else seemed to like it.
It's so funny.
Everybody else seemed to like it, and I was like, I mean, I wrote it and shot
Sometimes,
it. And like,
sometimes that happens where you write a bit that you don't even think's that funny, and then everyone else loves it.
I mean, I
one-
wrote it and shot it in probably a matter of, would you say, like 40 minutes?
2 hours.
I had a bit last
wasn't 2
semester.
hours.
I had a bit last semester that
Oh, we
was
filmed another bit
it was
before
called
that, so.
it was called Capri Sun. That was literally just one joke of it was basically a PTSD like the whole don't pop the pouch thing.
Yeah, respect the pouch.
Respect the pouch.
Yeah.
And so someone's like terrified and he gets PTSD every time a pop pouches. And it's like and then my character's like, nah, nothing's gonna happen. And so I pop the pouch and someone just comes behind me and just kills me. And it's just the dumbest thing ever. But for some reason it got made.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
No, but in Music Man, I filmed that in my dorm, and I didn't tell anybody that I was going to be filming it. Of course, Sid had
no.
to scream.
That's correct.
So halfway through shooting it, Lorenzo's roommate, Jack, texts me, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" And I'm like, nothing. We're just having a film." He's like, "Are you having someone over?" I think the implication was that like I'm having like
Gotcha.
intercourse,
Violent.
really
violent
loud
intercourse.
intercourse, but I have never recalled.
What
that-
kind of man screams like that during intercourse?
No, that
I
implies that
can't,
like
'cause- no,
Sydney's
no.
yell was very feminine.
Yeah, no, he asked me if I had a girl over, and then I was
Oh,
like,
no. It
and
was
I,
very fun on purpose.
and I thought to myself, I was like,
It's Taylor
I was
Swift,
covering
yeah.
Taylor Swift, yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard a girl go like, oh, oh.
I'm telling you, you're with the wrong women. That's all I gotta say.
Right. If your woman doesn't scream like that, then you were
Prime
spending your
sex
time with
Were
the
you
wrong
doing
person.
it on the piano too while it was on? Come on.
Nice. That's the
Yeah,
only
that's
way
why
to
I was
do it.
like, geez, I mean, he must think I get up to some crazy stuff.
Something like that happened with Flannel Gang. Like
Did it?
the
What?
window
Oh,
kept
yeah.
opening
Yeah.
every time I screamed, "Get that son of a
Son of a boy.
boy." That's what I said.
Bitch.
Bitch. Yeah. That one.
There was
Bitch is allowed on TV too.
no. There was a bit. I can't remember if it was my spring season, my second season on the show, or my first season on the show, where we cut to just outside of Franklin because we needed to pretend to hide a dead body, and so we cut to outside of Franklin. And literally like as we're ending it, so like we cut off the end of the episode, but it still shows like the live camera, but it's not like on the TV. And literally you see Jaden turn around because someone's talking to him like, "Hey, what's going on?" And we're like, "Oh, what's going on? Oh crap! Oh crap!" Because like, what are you gonna do in that situation? Like, it's just a bit, but like, if
Yeah.
somebody calls the cops, it's just weird.
Yeah, and then you have to explain to them, you know.
I'm with a roll call comedy show.
Just always show them the camera. That's what I do.
That makes it. I think.
Yeah.
That's what you do, implying that that's happened to you before?
You just show the cop the camera.
We got
you're totally
a
cool
story
with it.
here. All right.
Well, you know, sometimes you're doing something stupid with your friends and it's funny and you're recording it. And they're like, is that person getting murdered right now? Or like, well, what is happening? And then we're just like, oh, we're making a bit. It's for YouTube.
Yeah.
And they're like,
That's-
oh, okay.
One of my favorite bloopers from last season is literally like we're in the middle of a take in the hallway and some teacher just comes out and it's just it zooms in on her face in the bloopers and she's just what's it? What? Huh? Huh?
Oh my goodness.
It's awesome.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Interlude.
But let's
Slight interlude.
now that we've talked about like some of the bits we've made, like
Separate that and make that a transition noise.
Wait, everybody shut up so they can have the bit.
let's
Ready?
make a
Ready?
ringtone out of this.
Good.
So every time we
And
have to
wipe.
cut in this podcast, we just put that in.
And no, that's our bleep noise. There's just
No, our bleep noise is like,
Oh,
no. It's a cat
I'm
meow.
saying bad things. So
It's a
let's
very
keep going
long.
to, like-
It's
It's a long audio file that
Boga-
stops
Boga
everything.
is like,
It's a-
oh no.
You
can't say that here.
I think that is actually what we should do next time we have to bleep something out. We just dub over it and go like,
Uh-oh.
"Ooh, bad things
He's
are being
saying-
said."
Oh my god. You know what I do want to do?
We like to.
I kind of like half wanted to do this podcast as Eddie. I thought it would be
That's a lot of
funny.
work, though.
That's a
That
lot
is
of
a-
work. But
Well, because then that
will
means
say,
I would have to do this podcast as Cupid too.
I will say, the
I'm gonna
next
step
time
that
I
up.
dress up as Bogo, I kind of want Bogo to come on the podcast. I think that'd be really funny.
Oh, no.
Can I just talk about how the fact I had to spend $8 on adult diapers for a bit we only are gonna ever do once?
Listen, we
Come
can
on.
always write adult diapers.
Yeah,
into
adult-
another bit. It's not that hard.
Adult diapers have so many uses, dude.
Man, and it's just it was so awkward
How
buying
many?
those.
18
'Cause
in a pack? Jeez.
it was 18.
That's a good deal.
Actually, 18 for $8 doesn't even sound that bad.
Where'd you
Also, if
get it?
anybody on campus or anybody listening needs diapers, just come find me.
You can always drop it off in a donation box.
But it's already open.
Yeah.
It's an open package.
Yeah, but they're not used.
But like that's still
It's fine. Like, you can donate them.
no. But something I was gonna get at. We talked about some of the stuff we made and like why we think it's funny, and like let's talk about some of the stuff that makes like other than our own stuff that makes us laugh. Our inspirations.
Dude,
Sometimes
your transitions.
Sometimes I look at this picture of a dog and it makes me laugh so hard. Can't show it on the podcast though.
You cannot.
Yes,
That's all I had to say.
Describe
Visual-
the dog. What kind of dog is it?
we have
Let's
visual
hold on.
gags
Someone
on
else
an
go
audio
while
only
I-
podcast. I'll talk since I segue to it. So like I've always loved YouTube. YouTube.
YouTube.
YouTube.
What anime is that? Ooh, that's a
YouTube?
cute dog.
YouTube.
I'll
That's
read
probably
the
an anime
caption
name.
on this photo. It says, "You thought was Sluggo, but is Doggo," and it says "Bamboozled again," and it's this little dog that's in a slug costume.
That was.
And
not
that's the
funny.
reason why Sydney gets up in the morning.
That's correct.
Oh.
Every morning.
We'll put that on the. We'll put that over. We'll overlay that picture. We'll put
fix-
that picture.
yeah,
I'll put
well-
it in the show notes.
No.
Alright.
Oh,
Okay.
Never mind, I'm not putting that in the show
I'm not putting that one in there.
So
we'll fix it in post.
so go ahead and say what you were saying.
many
One of
dogs.
so like one of the original YouTube comedians I think that like revolutionized the way we do it now is Bo Burnham. Bo Burnham is probably my favorite comedian.
Never heard of him.
Who?
I'm joking. I know.
A lot of people say he's the most overrated comedian, but I don't, because I don't just like comedy for the sake of comedy. I like comedy because it's innocent in a way, and like it like just calms you down. Like if I just need to like not be mad at something, I just pop in a video. It's like Bo Burnham, John Mulaney, Stephen Colbert, and then weirdly enough, Adam Sandler and Eddie Murphy. I know that sounds like a really weird like combination to go from like
got a couple movies.
introspective
Doggy is easily
deep
one
humor
Of my favorite characters ever.
deep humor to go and then go to like
Doggy.
and then go to a guy who did Adam Sandler's 8 Crazy Nights.
Well, Kyle, have you ever seen the movie Norbit? It is nothing but Eddie Murphy. You should check it out.
Oh, I know. Norbert's good, and then he's got like the other ones that are just terrible. Older Eddie Murphy's pretty
But
bad.
have you seen Shrek?
Have you seen Shrek?
Have you seen Shrek?
Well, somebody once told me the world's gonna roll me.
What
If
does
that
have to do
answers
with
that
Shrek?
question.
It does not. Have you seen Shrek, Kyle?
Yeah, I've seen Shrek.
Thank you. John Mulaney. You said John Mulaney.
I
That
did
dude
say
is
John
amazing.
Mulaney.
That's my favorite comedian. Him and also, do you guys know who Nathan Fielder is?
no.
Nathan for you?
Oh yeah, is he the one that does the like business thing?
Yeah, he goes to small businesses and
someone
just
told me about
makes
this.
awful suggestions
Dumb
and makes
Starbucks,
them do it.
right?
Yes, Dumb
That,
Starbucks.
yeah, I've seen that. That's
Yeah.
so good.
Check him out because like every time I like bring him up, no one really knows who he is, and he's fantastic.
The one episode that I saw, he suggested a new flavor for
Yes.
Froyo place.
Yes.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it was poop, and it was actually funny.
That's the
reminds-
thing.
My
Like-
favorite.
Go ahead, Cole.
That's alright. You're good.
I was just gonna say like his ideas are really stupid, and you need to watch the entire episode to get it. Like I can't talk about his ideas, and you'll be like, "That's really dumb."
On the flavor thing, real quick. I know this is Kyle's interesting fact of the episode. The original flavor for the vomit jelly bean was actually supposed to be pepperoni pizza.
Got him.
This has been Kyle's interesting fact of the week.
Thanks for watching,
That
guys.
sure was an oopsies.
That sure
They're
was
like,
a.
ooh, pepperoni flavor.
Future-
Oh,
Oh,
God.
and there's Febreze in the microphone.
No, I shot
Cole,
it this way.
Cole, what about you? What are some of your inspirations?
Well, my favorite comedian. I mean, I don't know if we're talking about stand-up, but my favorite comedian, like stand-up comedian by far, is George Carlin.
I want to
He
watch some
is
of Carlin.
So funny.
George
my
Carlin.
favorite thing that he's ever done. My favorite like joke or stand-up routine he's ever done was the people that ought to be killed. And he has this way of presenting things that you encounter every day, but he has a way of making it so funny because he shows you how ridiculous everything is. And he's
Yeah.
That's a good way to put
such
it,
an
yeah.
asshole.
Oh yeah.
He's the worst.
Great. And I
love him.
Like,
Is he the guy that did the 8 words you can't say on
Yeah,
TV?
yeah.
Yeah,
that's him. Yeah.
He's famous for that. But I think his later years, he was a lot funnier because he became this jaded old man. He was a lot more negative,
Yeah.
and it was just great.
That reminds me of a little bit. Have you ever seen Bob Saget's stand up? Oh,
no
it
way.
is so
No.
funny. It is
Bob.
so vulgar.
Bobby Saget.
Too. Yeah, it's the least expected because he seems like such a wholesome guy because he did Full House, but it's the most vulgar thing. I can't remember what there's like the whole like. There's a story he tells one time, and it's literally the most you get vulgar. You get more and more vulgar as the story goes on, and you go until you break, and it's the funniest thing ever.
It's not really my thing, but I will agree that it is very different from Full House. It is. Every other word is the F word with him.
Oh yeah, it totally is.
And
I love it.
he's interesting.
We know, Cole. We know.
Fuck!
All right, there's our one F word. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you.
After you say the F word, there's really
Can
nothing
you
else
hit
we
our
can talk
limit?
about.
How loud did that sound?
The audio's gonna peak.
It just
Listen,
peaked right there.
are you worried the audio's peaking now? Let alone just.
That was our
Oh my God.
PG-13 would get one F word, and I had to get it. Had to get
Yeah,
it.
Cole at the
We
beginning,
said-
he was like, "I get the F word." Guys.
Cole, do you not realize I've said it at least 3 times throughout this podcast?
what
Have you?
fuck?
Yeah, I have. Just
Oh my God.
It's not like loudly, but I'm just like, oh, what the fuck?
The F word.
I said the F word.
I say the F word.
The
guys.
title of this week's podcast is the F word,
Yeah, man.
and then we have to think of something that would actually mean the F word, like
Fruit punch.
I was gonna say fringe jackets.
Fringe jackets.
fringy jackets.
Sydney, what about you? What are some of your inspirations?
Other than the dog.
Here we
My
go.
favorite F words are fun and fantastic.
No,
What a bright person
You know,
you
F
are.
is for friends who do stuff together.
I did not know
My
that.
favorite.
Yeah, but like,
You know what my favorite F word is? Fidney.
wow. What about fiddlesticks?
Fisidnuyan.
Mike.
Fuck.
So some of my inspirations, I actually don't watch a lot of stand-up comedy. I'm really into YouTube artists and people that just do things for fun.
Are you gonna say?
So-
What you gonna say?
Yeah, Sugar Pine 7's a big
Yes.
inspiration for me lately.
Yes.
Very funny voice, and if you look at the stuff I'm making, you can kind of see the inspiration that I'm getting from them because it's very similar. My style of comedy is very similar to theirs, so check them out. They're hilarious.
Well, Steven Suptic and the boys, Kib, aka Clayton James,
Angeles.
D'Angelis, I can never pronounce that. Parker to a lesser extent. Watch
Um,
Parker Plays on Disney XD.
Autumn.
Who?
Autumn, the editor. You don't know Autumn?
I know Autumn.
Autumn's the best.
And then the best of them all, Alfredo.
Alfredo, yes.
Do you guys watch like a lot of YouTube? Because there's
Oh, I watch too much YouTube.
my favorite
That
guy
is
is
correct.
Internet Comment Etiquette. And you guys know
I know.
him? He is. It's a very political show, surprisingly, but he does it in such like an innocent and like stupid way that it's hilarious. Look him up. Because his entire thing is that he's a teacher and he's teaching you things.
Okay.
But then he gets into like these super political issues and then just like goes in the comment section and just attacks
my
just
God.
the most idiotic people. Like, he does like stuff like vaccines and like stuff like that,
Okay.
but he does it in like a lighthearted way that it's
Yeah.
not like in your face. It's just super funny political. Usually I don't like political comedy, but he is
Yeah.
hysterical.
I haven't really been into YouTube for. I really was. I used to be into YouTube a long time ago, but not like as much recently. But I
Back
remember
in Cole's Minecraft.
in my Minecraft days.
He's
We all
actually-
had our Minecraft
Cole
days.
now also streams Minecraft.
In
Follow
my,
him.
yeah,
on,
everyone
his
follow
Twitch
my
account.
Twitch account. Cole_123 Minecraft player, and you can see my
Sweetest
Minecraft
boy.
world. I build houses.
Do
This
you
isn't real.
mine?
This isn't real. No,
No, he
yeah,
just
I
crafts.
kind of mine a little
No,
Do you
bit.
mine a certain type of ore
No, he only
that's
crafts.
used for burning?
Welcome
He
back
never-
to Cole's
I
infinite
will
water
kill
pool
you.
tutorial
You'll
in
call me?
Minecraft. Today I'll show you how to make an infinite water pool in Minecraft.
No, if I were on
I've seen
Minecraft.
that video.
That's a real video. I just
I'm
came up with that on the
probably-
spot.
Hey guys,
Probably a real video.
no. If I were a Minecraft YouTuber, this is what I would do. Hey guys, welcome back to the next episode of Cole Plays Minecraft. So today we're gonna do a little bit of mining. Okay, so ooh, there's a creeper over there. Ooh,
Look
okay.
out for the creeper.
We gotta watch out. Ooh, look, some iron. Ooh.
Every time a YouTuber sees anything, they scream. Like, have you ever like
That's how you
seen
get the
anyone?
views.
That's like anyone play Slender.
Oh
Literally,
my
like
God.
Yeah.
they see this little guy just like standing there, and they just scream at the top of their lungs.
Honestly, I think once you get to that point in like a YouTube career, you have to overreact to a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
because
what your content has
because
to
like
be.
you get numb to normal interaction.
You know who I really like? And well, I was gonna say this earlier, but one of the people I watched a while ago, I think is really funny. I love the JonTron.
JonTron
Oh, yeah.
will
JonTron's
always be.
very-
I never got into
He,
JonTron.
he
He's
does
in my heart.
YouTube comedy so right.
Yeah.
I know he's so
His
funny.
shows are amazing.
And okay,
It doesn't click with me, but
so I
go
think
on.
there's this weird thing that people who used to do game. Okay, so I think YouTube's been through phases
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
yes, they
definitely.
have.
where they used to do where it used to be when I was younger. It was like a big thing was like YouTube game reviews or these angry game reviews. I mean,
take you back to the
yeah, I mean, angry video game nerds started that, and then that was like popular
so much.
for a really long time. And JonTron started out as one of those, but then he moved more to like sketch comedy with like using like video games and movies as like a starting point,
Yeah.
and then making funny things out of it. And I think he does it really good. It's not intrusive. It's fun to watch. He's a funny guy.
I like to think YouTube, even before that, started out as just your typical cat video place.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's evolved from to that to like, oh, it's a gaming thing. I think now, and with one of my inspirations again is Rooster Teeth. In general, like they've helped popularize not just putting content out there, but like
It's one of my goals as a comic writer is to not just make you laugh, but also make you think. Because I feel like the three things you should do every day are laugh, cry, and think. And if I can do two of those in 5 minutes, then I've won the day.
Yeah.
And I think YouTube now is moving towards a sense of people are realizing, yeah, there's money to be made in this, but sometimes money is secondary, I think. Or at least this is how it should be, is money should be secondary. And making what you love and making other people love that with you should be a main focus, which is what I want to do here on Roll Call.
That was so beautiful. That was really beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So back to
I
the
agree.
shit jokes.
But back to talking about poop. No, speaking of poop, angry video. I miss the age of angry video game
Oh my god.
critics because they're all the same.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
And they're all hilarious.
Rage quit.
Yes. If
No,
you, like,
they're not all hilarious. See,
they're funny, and like if you watch them, it's always like a 16-year-old who is completely copying the angry video game nerd, and they're always just making poop jokes.
See, here's the thing. I think YouTube did this weird thing where it just turned into like a video game website for a really long
Yeah.
time. Like
Yeah.
things that were popular were these like
And it
angry
branched
video
off into
game
YouTube
reviews,
gaming, yeah.
or these top 10 lists, like top 10.
Oh, don't get me
times-
started.
Top 10 staircases in gaming.
Top
Real video, by the way.
Thanks, Watch Mojo.
Oh my god.
Are we gonna? Can we start a Watch Mojo beef, please?
No.
Please.
But yeah, they moved
Damn.
but they've recently moved from that to after it was video games. I think it turned into this weird. It turned into a thing for sketch comedy.
Yeah.
And I think the age of sketch comedy on YouTube ended a little bit ago.
Yeah.
And now it's these weird like hybrid sketch comedy / like vlog things. Like
I think that's the
stuff
way
like,
it's moving.
Yeah, stuff
Sugar
like
Pine 7.
like iDubbbz, Sugar Pine 7.
It's very postmodernism.
Yeah,
Vlog-
it's like
vlogging.
postmodernism.
It's
Like,
going through the same ways as art has, just like video games has.
Vlogging,
It's
yeah.
going to the
Yeah.
post commentary of it.
Or
all.
even Filthy Frank falls into that, which I mean that era is kind of ending because
Yeah, 'cause
he
iDubbbz
stopped doing it.
iDubbbz isn't popular anymore.
Yeah,
Filthy
no,
Fra-
I'd say so. I'd still. He's
Well,
not
he just
as
doesn't
popular as
post.
he was.
He just doesn't
he just doesn't
a lot.
post.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you have to think his
but
his
yeah, I
video,
mean, but I'm
his
saying-
content cop was one of the was popular for like a good week.
oh yeah, it was great, but
Super popular.
yeah, I mean, but people like Filthy Frank, yeah, they're quitting.
Yeah.
So I think that age is
Because
ending.
I think that's more YouTube itself. I
I
don't
don't
want
know
to get.
where
I don't
it's
want to
all-
get.
Well,
No,
the
I
Giants
don't
are
want to get
getting
into
done.
it, but yeah.
Filthy Frank quit because it was more of a health reason. Because it's very stressful
Yeah.
for him to do,
All
like,
those
keep
videos.
one-upping himself, and he really wanted to pursue his music career.
That's fair.
Dude, that's the thing. I feel like the big giants of YouTube, they're not like creatively.
Branch
YouTube is
out.
not satisfying to them. I think that some of them are like realizing that they want to move on to bigger things. Like
Yeah.
Filthy Frank would rather make music because that's more creatively satisfying. He can
Well,
express
yeah.
himself more.
We mentioned Sugar Pine 7. They have been open on their stuff that they only want to do this for like 2 years,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which sucks because
It's-
I love them and I
They
feel
want to
like,
start making more premium content that's like
Yeah.
short films. They want to make
Yeah.
movies and
I
stuff.
think YouTube is a good place to start.
Yeah. No one goes on YouTube to make a career.
Well, I
People
wouldn't
do.
say that.
People
Yeah.
do, but I don't think that's.
It's-
the
but
way
that's
to
only a
go.
select few.
Yeah, but I feel like the majority of people who have passion.
See,
for
I
what
wanted
they
to get
do-
into YouTube to get my name out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's what you
it's
should use it
experience. It's because everyone has access to YouTube. Everyone has access to getting their name out there. Like you never know when your video is gonna become viral. You never know, and
Yeah,
so
Xavier.
Sometimes you make a YouTube
I was-
poop
yeah.
and it gets half a
and it
million
gets
views
half a
on
million
YouTube.
views. You become famous, and then
Any money off that?
No.
and then
it's
you
Nice of the princess.
It got
to invite us
copyrighted.
over for a
Even-
picnic,
and then you
Luigi.
got and then you get and then your popularity crashes, and then
Yeah.
and then you're stuck doing
And then-
sketch
Well,
comedy at
it's
college.
Tough because
That's us.
YouTube is a very volatile
Vault.
Volatile.
Ooh.
That too.
Volatile,
That too. That too.
platform. Like their communication with their creators is actually really crappy, and people's tastes change so quickly on the internet.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like
It's
all those
so hard.
all those video game channels, like they're not pulling in the stuff that they used to pull in.
Yeah.
And if they didn't evolve, like JonTron, the only reason he's surviving is because he evolved.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he
and
def-
his production went way up.
Also, he
he only
started
posts like
spending.
barely
so
once a
much
month.
money.
Not even once a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he has his own studio now. It's
Yeah.
like it's insane, and,
Yeah.
and they started as video game reviews. But
Yeah.
like that's the thing. Like
Like people like him are like
you gotta evolve.
growing. Yeah, you have to evolve with it.
If you want to make your career on YouTube, then you have to evolve with what people are.
You never be satisfied. Never get stuck in the middle. That's
yeah,
how.
which is how
That's
you
how
get
the
stuck.
greats get better. Not to bring it back to Rooster Teeth again, but like that their thing originally was just like, oh, we'll do machinima. It's fun.
Yeah, they did Red versus Blue.
Red versus Blue, and then like, we'll do a podcast, and then they're like, okay, well, let's expand more into games because
Yeah.
that's what we're known for. And they made Achievement Hunter and Let's Play, and now they have
The whole family.
a whole
show.
family. Sugar Pine 7's in there.
Yeah.
Funhouse. I mean,
Well,
yeah,
that's why they're still up.
a lot of it's centered in gaming, but it's not just, oh, let's review this game or let's play this game. Yeah, those are still staples that people watch, but there's so much more, and it's so hard to keep track of.
Right.
Yeah, have you watched like their newer Red versus Blue episodes?
Oh, I
They
love
started
them.
like full on CGI
Yeah.
with like them actually
Since-
moving around in
See, I
action
hate
scenes.
that. See, I hate that. I remember when I was a kid, I loved Red versus Blue because it was stupid.
Yeah, it was dumb
funny,
in the
and
simplicity.
then it
Please
got
don't.
serious, and I'm like,
That's
Okay.
my listen.
But that's
I love
the
that.
that's the thing though. I feel like again they weren't like satisfied with just doing dumb.
yeah, that's
old
fine, but I
people.
think you should start something new because okay,
And they have
Halo
they
3
have
machinima with death and stuff. is
yeah,
really
that's
funny.
really weird because okay,
I couldn't get into it either. I just thought it was cool that they punched each other.
like think about it. What if one day, what if you were watching Ed, Ed and Eddie and you loved that cartoon, and then one day they had a story arc where Ed dies, and everybody has to struggle with it.
That would be
With
amazing.
grief.
I'd be really
It's so
intrigued to see
funny.
how that show evolves from that.
No, just Ed and Eddie just like Double D
Well,
sobbing
At,
slowly.
at this
like,
point,
yes!
it's just Ed and Ed.
It
Yeah,
just
then,
switched.
and then they changed the name of the show to Ed and Ed.
It's like Naruto Shippuden. Like it changes.
Oh,
It goes
no.
into a new
They changed
series
it
where
to
they're
a
all
new
serious.
man.
it's like Ed and Eddie Z.
Yes,
Oh my
where they
god.
die.
Ed and Eddie Kai.
They,
that's
they
correct.
tackle hard themes.
Hard beat. Like I'm just saying, like
I mean, sometimes
Yeah,
those are
I think
necessary.
You need
though.
to know what.
if you want to make something new and you want to change something, I
Mm-hmm.
think you got to make something completely new
Yeah.
that bastardize what you had before.
Exactly. You need to start with your like pitch, like if it's either gonna be funny or funny and sad or just sad, and you need to keep going with it. Because if it changes and pulls a complete 180, it's gonna be weird.
It's gonna be poopy.
It's gonna be very.
I disagree in the sense that I think Red versus Blue has done it well. I still watch and I'm in love with it.
Well, that's fair because they still keep it funny.
Oh yeah.
They still have that lighthearted thing to it. I understand if you like it. It's just it's
Yeah,
hard.
no, yeah, I get
it's
it.
hard for some people who are new to machinima who like know it as like the really stupid little kids.
Just-
like
yeah.
I used to make machinima when I was 12.
Yeah.
And it was awful. And like that's how I think of it, like kids messing around with Halo 3. So when I see Rooster Teeth doing the serious stuff, I find it like it's hard for me to get into it.
And I think there is something to say though. It is the longest running web series in history for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hopefully we eventually become the longest running web series. Even though sometimes even though
100 years.
even though we have
call.
even though sometimes things have to end. Just like this podcast.
All right.
Oh, you are so good at that, Kyle. I know. Yes.
So
Dang, what a transition.
What a transition into
Thank you for listening
So
to the podcast.
So I'm gonna do
Oh, you're gonna do it? Okay.
I'm gonna do it. Ready?
do the outro. Take us out, outro.
Take us outro.
All right, thank you guys for listening. You can support the show by leaving us a review or sharing this podcast. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at Roll Call Comedy. Be sure to check out Roll Call every Friday at 9 p.m. at TV2 and streaming on KentWired.com. Thank you very much.
Would you guys like to plug yourselves? Your Twitters?
You follow me at KP3ADS on Twitter.
Don't follow me.
Follow me at @ZJonesRock on Twitter.
My Twitter handle is @Sid. My last name, you can see it in the intro.
Mine is Cole Punctuation. Yes.
'Cause he's
All
lame.
right.
And remember, everybody. Oh, do you want to do yours, Xavier, or did you already do it?
I already did. I already plugged
you
it.
did?
Z Jones Rock, dude.
Remember, everybody. Keep on laughing.
Keep it laughing. Keep it up, guys. I love you.
Thank you for checking out the Roll Call podcast, The Last Call.
Yes.